Let's go on to the next thing that I keep hearing people say to me, and they're not understanding what's going on. So we know that the United States of America was started in 1776 with this declaration, and it was ratified in 1777 because of this declaration. There was a constitution in 1776 that was ratified. It had a nobility clause. I need everybody, again, if you're in here, please take notes. The original 13th Amendment was a nobility or nobility clause that said if you're a duchess, king, queen, prince, whatever, princess, you cannot be president of the United States, because these people, these original elite Moors, they didn't want to have any royalty, because they know once royalty gets into the presidency, it's a wrap forever. They're going to forever control. And that's why I've told you, from George Washington all the way down to Obama, they are related by blood. Britain has been running this thing since George Washington. Okay, so let's get into this. Revolutionary War goes on. These elite Moors end up kicking Britain out, but Britain knows how to infiltrate things from the inside, and that's what they did with George Washington. This is why you think George Washington was the first president when he was not. There was several before him, at least 6. Okay, so now, what does George Washington bring in when he comes in? Now, they had been working on this peace and friendship treaty. I need to get into this. This is where Morocco comes in, another set of melanated people coming from the northern part of Africa. Now, this is the Moroccan Empire, not to be confused with today's Morocco, which is the state of Morocco. But we got Morocco, and let's understand this, because I get this whole thing about, Morocco was the first nation to recognize the United States. Let's be clear. Let's be 100% clear. It wasn't Morocco's recognition that caused the United States independence. As a matter of fact, the United States of America didn't want any business dealings with Morocco at all. They ignored Morocco. They snubbed Morocco. As a matter of fact, Morocco had to keep writing. We are the magnanimous Morocco. We've been sending you emails and letters, and nobody's responding. They never responded because they wanted to do business with France. This is why, everybody, go look up the Treaty of Paris. 1783, that's when the United States got its independence, not because of Morocco. They didn't want no business with Morocco. 1783, they had the Treaty of Paris, and it'll tell you, well, that's when they got their independence. Well, then, Diva, why they signed the Peace and Friendship Treaty? Well, after the United States of America kept snubbing Morocco, and then they got that 1783 treaty with Paris. Well, Morocco's like, okay, okay. So you're gonna be like that, okay? You see American ship, seize it, and then I need once you seize it, take everything off of those ships, and we're gonna sell that. So sell everything, and well, what about what you want us to do with the sailors? Keep them, put them in jail, put them in prison, hold on to them. So they're not going to pay us treaty. They're going to snub us like that. Okay, fine then. Take everything. And that's what they did. And what happened was Morocco brought the United States of America to its knees. They couldn't trade. They couldn't bring in money. They couldn't do anything. They were stealing all the merchandise from the ships and selling it or keeping it and kidnapping their people. You got the people over here in the United States of America. They crying out, well, we're going to bring our peoples home. They was like, they kidnapped us, but do something. Everybody want to think that just a peace and friendship treaty was just, Morocco was trying to be nice. No, Morocco wanted money. Money. That's what it's all about. That's the only reason why they were inviting all of these other nations to be a part of their port, so that the nations can pay them tribute without them having to go to war. They wanted money without having to fight so much. That's what it was all about. And so the United States didn't want to do business with them. They did business with Paris. And shortly after that, that's when Morocco seized their ships. And then you got the Peace and Friendship Treaty happening in 1786, about 3 years after that. Yeah. But they want to tell you, no, Morocco was a friend to the United States. And they eat this. No, they're not. They weren't. They weren't. And y'all want to run around here calling yourselves Moors. Let me be clear. The Moroccan Empire doesn't exist anymore. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Shots fired. Pow. It does not exist anymore. You're talking about the state of Morocco today that is not the same as the Moroccan Empire. So if you're telling me the Moroccan Empire exists, where is its sultan? Where is its landmass? Where is its governmental organization? Where do I go and get a pass for this nation that I can't seem to find? Pow. So I need to go into this about what happened with Morocco. And we see this. You go and look at the Moroccan embassy website, and it's telling you how they were snubbed by the United States, and that they kept sending notices, and then finally they got a response, and the response was, well, we good. We're gonna do business with France. And so Morocco seized their ships, and they forced the United States of America into the Peace and Friendship Treaty. They forced that. So, but this whole notion that this is the longest existing treaty between who? That was the Moroccan Empire that created that treaty between the United States of America. The Moroccan Empire doesn't exist anymore. Where is its landmass? Where is the Sultan? Where are the people? Okay. But when you're talking about Morocco today, that's a whole nother entity that didn't come about till 1956. I hope we're clear on this, peoples. We should have been told this history, but somebody has been lying to you about it. They want you to hold these Moors in high esteem when there was a couple of different groups of Moors. You got your British Moors, you got your Moroccan Moors, you got these Moors in here running the United States of America, but they don't call themselves Moors because they know better. They trying to get the land, and I need to get into that because we're going to go into the Civil War era. This is in the mid-1800s, and I need you to understand that the Civil War era, it was really about legal wars. Remember to keep that bell on for notifications. Follow UNA Republic for more great information.